Welcome to Dan and Bryn Start a Gym. I am Dan. That is not Bryn. That's an attractive man, but still not a very sexy female. That would be what Bryn is. This is Wade warming up for his back squats. There we go. It's a really awkward angle we've got here. He's only got 2 1/4 on the barbell. We're about 4 weeks away from nationals, so here we got him doing a couple of pause squats. Now the last several weeks we've gone over our front squats, we've gone over our overhead squats, and today we're going to talk a bit about the back squat from the master. He's gonna teach us, yeah, or Wade, and he's going to teach us all about the back squat today and the different technical aspects of what it is and how it works and what you should be trying to do when doing a back squat. So stay tuned. All right, well, Wade put the bar on his back. You'll notice it's on his back because it's not over his head or in front of him. That's why it's called a back squat. Now, back squats typically aren't what you would consider functional, other than they make you functionally a badass. But there's not a lot of movements in life where you're going to pick a box up, put it on your back, and then start your squat. I want to point out how great his butt looks when he does this. It's one of the main reasons we do back squats. And So Wade, what are we looking for when we do a back squat? What's the goal, other than moving the most amount of weight possible? What are some form techniques that we should be looking to do and accomplish?
Full range of motion.
Full range of motion. And depth. What does depth mean?
It means that the crease of your hip needs to get below the crown of your knee.
The crown of your knee. Okay.
Yeah. So get your depth. Try and stay as upright as possible. And as you're coming up, push those elbows forward to raise your chest. Keep that bar going straight up and down.
Yeah. What if I need to use a bar pad or something like that?
Yeah, no. Bar pads don't. They make the bar feel nice and comfy on your back, but they actually don't help your squat at all.
Nope.
It actually raises the bar up, makes it more unstable. The more stable the bar is on your back, the better it is to back squat.
Well, you heard it from Wade. Now, some of the dangers when back squatting, although it might be functionally making you a badass, it does have the potential to make you stronger, but your quality of squat can actually go down because you can cheat in a lot of ways in a back squat that you can't do with a front squat or an overhead squat. If you don't have the thoracic mobility in your front squat, you dump it. If you don't have the thoracic mobility in your back squat, you can just good morning it up and risk damaging your back. The other problem with a back squat is if you fail, there's nothing really between the barbell. There's something really important between the barbell and the ground, and that would be you. And so it could potentially squish the crap out of you, which is always hilarious. Again, back squat fail videos on YouTube are pretty epic. They're some of my favorite. You'll notice that the bar technically is on his shoulders. It's on his back. It's not on his neck. So going back to the bar pad conversation, a lot of people wear that bar pad because they want to put the bar on their neck and not on their back. I would typically say if you need a bar pad, you need bigger traps. Because bigger traps are the only thing you need for a bar pad. Now watch when Gina loads up her back here and how much lower she gets the bar. Her hands are quite a bit closer. And that's partly because she has more shoulder flexibility, where her pecs insert into her shoulder, but having a little bit more flexibility allows her to do that. The wrist wraps are so that she can help brace through there. And there's a bit of that good morning we were talking about in a back squat. If you were to do that in a front squat, that weight's falling off the body. Now it counts. Her depth was there. Wade, let's talk about our foot positioning and where our feet should be. I noticed that Gina's got some lifting shoes on here, and you're wearing Chucks, Wonder Woman Chucks. Where should my feet be when I'm squatting?
Where they're stable and comfortable so that you can get your depth.
Stable and comfortable.
Usually toed out.
Toed out.
I go a little bit wider. More ankle flexibility. You can point your toes forward a little bit. But I lack a little bit of that, so I point my toes out and track my knees over my toes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What happens if you can't get low enough even where you're comfortable?
You get 3 red lights.
Well, that's in powerlifting, but we're just talking about back squatting.
Okay.
So the question was, what happens if you can't get low enough?
Yeah, even with your feet in a comfortable position.
Even with your feet in a comfortable position.
Then you need
What's the resolution?
mobility. Work on mobility. Upper thoracic, ankle mobility, hip mobility.
You know, we're already using weight as clickbait. I mean, look at that booty when he does his squat, right? Now, Jordan was asking about shoulder mobility when it comes to back squatting. Yes, you're going to need some. I usually like to do my back squat work after bench press day to bench press day, getting your chest all nice and tight, and then your back squat kind of stretches that out. It's good for your shoulder mobility. You'll notice Wade goes with a hook grip. He's not wearing wrist straps yet, which I'm a little surprised about. Those should be going. And so, looks like Gina's putting her wrist straps on right now. And so, now when it comes to that back squat, again, Wade's got a little bit more of a high bar back squat, which means that he's got very little forward lean compared to what he could have, say, in something more like a low bar back squat. There is some back and forth debates which one's best, but I typically think that the best one is the one that you feel best at.
Coach, come on! Let's go!
Let's go, Witter.
Focus! 2, 3. As the male peacock reveals his feathers. Oh, easy.